Gaming Bolt presents 15 characters who sacrifice themselves for the greater good. Video games have given us some amazing stories, but not all of these are happy. A lot of great characters have bitten the dust, some even giving their lives to ensure the survival of their friends. Here are 15 characters that sacrifice themselves for the greater good. The baby Metroid, Super Metroid. The ultimate example of sacrifice in video games, the baby Metroid in Super Metroid gives Samus a fighting chance against the towering form of Mother Brain. It absorbs a devastating attack and imparts Samus with all of its strength. It still stands as one of the most touching moments in all of gaming after all this time. The boss, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. At the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, the boss betrays Snake. At the end of the game, she reveals that she was actually helping Snake and her country the entire time. The two have a dramatic final battle among a field of flowers, giving players an emotional ending to both the game and the boss. In the end, the boss sacrificed herself to avoid World War III and was still tainted as someone who defected from her country.
Take this. Keep it safe. It's our only hope.
A patriot? Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake, you're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it. There's only room for one boss and one Snake.
MORDIN SOLUS, Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 brings the dramatic space opera to an end, but the case doesn't get out without losing a few members. MORDIN SOLUS, first introduced in Mass Effect 2, is a quirky Solarian doctor who just wants to help people. His final action is ending the genophage, a terrible disease that plagues the Krogan race. He saves millions, but we hate that we had to say goodbye.
Synthetic species Turian, a saurian bacterian.
Temperature now within acceptable range. Dispersal commencing.
Within the science studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of...
TIDUS, Final Fantasy X. Tidus isn't the most likable hero in the storied history of Final Fantasy, but his touching death at the end still brings tears to our eyes. He slowly fades from existence as he holds Yuna in his arms. He gives his life to stop an all-powerful evil from destroying everything in its path, which is a noble way to go.
Yuna, I have to go. I'm sorry I couldn't show you Xanarkand. Goodbye.
Hey!
We're gonna see you again!
Yuna!
I love you.
Gray Fox, Metal Gear Solid. When all hope seems lost for Snake at the end of Metal Gear Solid, Gray Fox comes out of nowhere to lend a helping hand. The robotic ninja deals a fair bit of damage to Metal Gear Rex, but he can't hold out in the end. He is crushed under the strength of the mech, giving Snake a chance to counterattack.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving! Box!
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Box!
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
Cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. Destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox, can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Die! Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Foolish man! He prayed for death, and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone, not even yourself. Die!
Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Adventure 2. During the ending events of Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic and Shadow used the Chaos Emeralds to transform into Super Sonic and Super Shadow respectively. They then defeat the final hazard and then go on to teleport the Ark into a stable orbit. However, this depletes Shadow's energy and he falls down to Earth. In the end, Sonic says goodbye to Shadow through the following words. Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
No way that's getting through!
Shadow, I beg of you,
Maria!
give them a chance to be happy.
Now, Shadow! Chaos control!
Maria, this is what you wanted, right? This is my promise I made to you.
Ultimate life form.
What's the matter, Sonic?
Oh, it's nothing. Come on, let's go home. To the planet as cool and blue as me.
Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
John Marston, Red Dead Redemption. John Marston just wanted to rescue his family and leave his life of crime behind. He managed to do all this, but his friends and the government had different plans. They gathered a group of men, gathered outside Marston's barn, and shot him as soon as he opened the doors. He may be dead, but his family is safe, which is all that matters.
I love you.
I love you.
Now go! Get!
Lee Everett, Telltale's The Walking Dead. Choices are the core of Telltale's The Walking Dead, but there is one choice you can't make. No matter what you do, Lee is always going to die, and always in the most tragic manner. He gives his life to save that of Clementine, the girl that he had fought to keep alive over the course of the game.
And Clem, stay away from the cities.
Definitely.
They're just not worth the risk. And also,
What is it?
no, don't worry. All right. I'll miss you.
Me too.
Zero, Megaman 04. When Zero is first introduced in Mega Man X, he is simply an example of how powerful you can become. However, in Mega Man 04, he decides to sacrifice himself in order to save the last human colony from a satellite. Unlike many video game heroes of our time, Zero decides to stay on board as the satellite explodes. OLGA, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. The ending of Metal Gear Solid 2 is beyond anything that is complex, but we can't deny that it has its moments. After starting out as an enemy, OLGA leaps in front of Solidus's attacks in order to save Raiden. OLGA then reveals that she was actually helping Raiden so that he can take down Solidus and his band of warriors. In the end, she does her job and dies, all because she wanted to save her child from the Patriots.
Decided to show you.
Olga, don't do this! They'll know!
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family! I know I'm going to help, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
Cole Phelps, L.A. Noire. The story of L.A. Noire is one of intrigue and crime, but it ends in tragedy. Cole Phelps sacrifices himself to save Kelso and dies in the sewers beneath LA. It's a heartbreaking end to a great character, one who we wish could have survived after making it through dozens of cases and countless firefights.
He killed that man!
He was doing him a favor, Elsa. Cole! Up here! I'll get this grader! Hurry! The water's rising! You're first! Hand her up! Get out of here! You're not Jack! I'm not arguing! You're wounded, Jack! Let me help! What are you waiting for? Jump, Cole! Jump for it!
Alan Wake. The ending of Alan Wake is a little hard to comprehend, but in the end, Alan traps himself in the lake in order to keep the evil power at bay. This decision happens after hours of struggling to come to terms with what his role is in all the events that are happening around him. He just wants to save his wife, but the only way to do that is to trap himself in a never-ending hell.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Player character, Fire Emblem Awakening. Fire Emblem Awakening is a story about the end of the world. The fell dragon Grima is intent on blanketing the world in darkness, but a small group of heroes won't let this happen. Among these heroes is the player character. He gives his own life so Chrom and the rest of his friends can continue to live in peace, without the fear of an all-powerful evil hovering over them.
May we meet again in a better life.
Wait!
Cole, Infamous 2. Cole had the ability to control electricity at the beginning of Infamous, but this only complicated his life. A new threat appeared in the Beast and he was left with a choice to make: side with the creature and take over the world, or sacrifice himself and save humanity from the wrath of the Beast. If players chose to sacrifice Cole, he activated a device that killed everyone with powers, including the Beast.
We
all just held our breath and watched. As one by one, them monsters started to drop. Yeah, that RFI worked all right. The news said even some folks overseas were keeling over. Poor bastards must have been conduits and didn't even know it. But it was worth it. 'Cause for the thousands that died, billions were gonna live. That plague, man, it was just gone. I could already hear people starting to party, just celebrating being alive. I thought my friend was gonna go down as an unsung hero. But here in New METROID, they knew what he had done for them. Who'd have guessed that the demon of Empire City would become the patron saint of New METROID? I wanted to say goodbye to him alone. He had been my best friend, and now he was gone. Sometimes I hear folks talking about conduits and humans like they're totally different. That's bullshit. Because there ain't nobody with more humanity than Cole McGrath. I love you, brother. And I'm sure gonna miss you.
Dominic Santiago, Gears of War 3. Things are looking bleak for Dom in Gears of War 3. His wife is dead, he has little left to live for, and the Locusts are getting closer and closer to victory. His friends are in trouble, surrounded by lambent hordes. So he does the noble thing and gives his own life to save his friends. He drives an explosive tanker straight into the enemies, taking them all out at once. And that wraps it up. What are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and share it on Twitter and Facebook. And why not consider subscribing? We upload some really cool videos almost every day. Thank you for watching this video, and happy gaming!